It felt like someone was right behind me. I didn't really see her right there. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to do Alhaitham's quest right now. Just, I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to do this quest at all, mostly because it has to all do with Scaradouche and, you know, he turns over a new leaf or some bullshit. But Alhaitham and Cyno are different because I just don't want to really do their thing because they're edgelords. Well, Cyno's the real edgelord, but Alhaitham is half, so I mean, I can deal with it, so I'm going to. And I also need to fill in like 3 videos to upload the 5 from the finishing up the desert exploration, so I gotta get this done one way or another. I just probably won't pay much attention. Like with Cynos, I did.
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the Academia?
I forgot that.
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj.
Shit, the music is off. I forgot to turn it back
Isn't
on.
he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
I hope I get to turn the music back on soon.
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
Oh great, here he comes.
Huh? Alhaitham?
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kinda weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Trevor?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham to participate in this investigation. As for you two... Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping.
It's so weird to be going through Genshin without hearing music in places you know has good music.
Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the Academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
Oh, thank God we can turn the music back on. As long as we don't go in the desert, we can hear good music. I wonder how many people I somehow piss off just completely hating the desert. If I'm pissing anyone off from hating the desert, you need help. And yes, I know the Pyramid Desert Battle Track sounds badass. I've already sung its praises.
What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
What? Wait, excuse me? Huh? You can just tell the Grand Sage, even acting Grand Sage, get out of the way? What? I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. That's like telling your boss, get your ass out of the way. How much safe do you think that is?
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
Ugh. Just fucking do the job.
You're the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like you did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly.
What do you mean?
Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps.
Man, just... I've loved Sumeru's storyline. Like, I have loved it. I think it's my favorite storyline in Genshin. Bro, just get me out of here now, though. I don't want to keep hearing that everyone's got a damn twist. Take me... We're gonna go to Fontaine and then... No, that's the thing. We're gonna go to Fontaine and everyone's just gonna be judgy as shit. Like, everyone here's got a twist.
The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
And everyone in Liyue had contracts. You wanna know why Mondstadt is so good? Because no one's saying to do anything.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Why did you even take the position?
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Ksharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage?
I feel like this guy, if this guy puts his pitch up just a tiny bit higher, he's gonna start sounding like Morty. Like, Rick. I mean, I can't do it. I can't sound like Morty. But you can at least get the idea. Like, oh, jeez, Rick.
What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
This is the Morty character. We found him. Man, if you can have a Morty-like guy in Genshin, even I can make it.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation.
Yeah, but buddy, here's the thing, you know, this is Sumeru, and you're talking to Alhaitham, he's gonna tell you 50 different thousand ways about how this is gonna go, and I can also tell you 50,000 ways about how this is gonna go, just by pure experience and many things that I've done.
Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front.
You know what would be funny is if, because I don't exactly like edgy characters that much, if I ever do get in Genshin in any way in the future, and I get the edgy character, I'm just gonna be sitting there laughing, being like, wow, I've become the very thing I sought to ignore.
However, I am curious. What do you need him for, exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the Academia, then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
I mean, I'd rather not, but you don't give me much of a choice. I'm just doing this for the Primogens.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck.
Paimon, at this point, how many times have we dealt with Alhaitham to know that if we're stuck, we're not stuck? And when we're... I feel like I should probably just stop talking. Because no matter if I try to be like Paimon, how many situations have we gone through? There's always one thing to lead on. Brain cells.
Alhaitham, are you serious about seeing things through? Hyman's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Hyman has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Do you know Siraj?
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with.
Been a bit of a tiny bit of a sucky attitude today because he got on early, could have done stuff with Zack, but then he got himself roped into doing a dungeon grind. And then also he's gonna be with family for a bit today, so he's not gonna be back until like 8. It's like, dude, he's on vacation and I can't get to him. We can't hang out and play a game a lot.
For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia.
Also, I think I figured I saw something recently about what Genshin means. Something about gods. That's all I know. Was it returning something about gods, or something about gods upon a throne? Okay, I don't know. It was a random fact by a random VTuber who was trying to explain to me about what Genshin means. I'll probably get back to you about that in the future.
My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilias, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on.
Can we count how many times a character in Genshin? It's like at this point, with me being kind of Genshined out and just hating the desert and getting upset because I think I need a break from the game, I keep pointing out things like, how many times has a character done this or this? Like, really, how many times have we had a character in Genshin talk to us and then walk towards an edge to where there's a view?
The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do vaguely remember that there are 2 things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
You know, all I know is I'm gonna record Genshin. All I know is I'm gonna record Judgment when I'm done recording the Alhaitham episode here. Well, Alhaitham episodes. I don't know. Also, it was kind of interesting to see a guy just pop out of here when I was talking to Victor. I wasn't looking at my screen when doing the commission, and then I look up, and there's a guy here, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably record this, because I'm probably never even gonna bump into it again anyway. But I'm gonna record Judgment after I'm done here, and my mood will be like, oh man, having fun times. I mean, hey, at least I'm feeling it 10 times better than I would be in that desert over here. A part of me is kind of just giving up. Even though I've finished exploring, I would just have to read a whole bunch of dialogue for a side quest in the desert for, I think, 8 side quests. So that's probably already like, what, 20 episodes in the desert I don't want to do. Did I just go... Wait. Because I'm far... The only reason I'm doing this Alhaitham episode is for 1, Primo Gems, and 2, I needed to get 3 videos, and I know that character story quests now are 3 parts long. When they used to be 1 part, they could be 2 parts long, but now they're 3 parts long. Are they gonna end up being 4 parts long? Like, bro, I'm. It's nice to get a whole hell of a lot of stuff for the characters, especially characters you like, but I really wish the fucking Scaradouche quest was not main story and was a side act thing, because, dude, I don't want to return to the main story and deal with that guy. You know, the first thing I'm going to do is call him Scaradouche. There's a YouTuber who's making YouTube shorts who also calls him Scaradouche or something, and I like that guy. He's funny. He also doesn't like Ayaka or Raiden, though.
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that.
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least.
Oh yes, please, don't be getting kidnapped and experimented on so your colleagues don't have to do more work.
Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
I have no objections.
Talk to him again.
Things at the academia have been strange lately. People have become much less interested in doing research. This will definitely be bad in the long run.
Why are people not doing research now? Always climb that. You know what this game could do with custom loading screens? Take it from the pictures I've taken in the game as my new loading screen picture. Okay, really? I couldn't like just hop through there? Why do I feel like it's taking Genshin in their last update a bit longer to load its resources?
Alias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Wouldn't everybody know who the... Shouldn't they all know who the... Well, I guess not everyone really pays attention to who their higher-ups is, I guess. Alright, whatever.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
But wait, the acting Grand Sage is almost like... The Grand Sage is almost like the president of the country here. So I don't get it.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
Oh, boo-hoo, you have to go read a book.
I see.
You get it, right? Oh, amazing. Who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
Oh my god, I've been friends with like one of the smartest people I've ever known, and I'm not constantly just sitting there waiting for him to explain everything for me. What's with these characters? And what's wrong with you? The experiment's getting to you?
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head... it hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached.
Alright, I'm just gonna be a bit nitpicky with that. I wish they wouldn't have those scenes go a little too long. I wish they sped that up just a bit faster. It would have been a bit more realistic if it was just a tiny bit faster.
You will become Siraj number 36.
Huh?
Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module. Like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching, and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
Collective consciousness. Path of evolution.
Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution.
So, are we making a hive mind?
First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the overmind. This overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization, superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just...